Let me ask you something important. Do you wake up with low energy, cold hands or feet, brain fog, or poor circulation? Many people think this is simply a part of getting older, but the truth is, it often comes down to one powerful molecule in your body. That molecule is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a natural compound produced in your body that helps relax and widen your blood vessels. When your blood vessels open up, your circulation improves, oxygen flows better, and your organs receive the nutrients they desperately need. But here's the problem. As we age, our body produces less nitric oxide. At the same time, our arteries can become stiffer and clogged, making it harder for blood to flow. The good news? Certain foods can naturally increase nitric oxide production, helping to improve blood flow, support heart health, and even clean your arteries over time. Today, I'm going to share 7 powerful nitric oxide foods that you should start eating regularly. Let me ask you something very important. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have strong energy, sharp thinking, and good circulation well into their later years, while others struggle with fatigue, cold hands and feet, brain fog, or high blood pressure? Many people think it's simply part of getting older. They believe that as the years go by, the body naturally slows down and there's nothing they can do about it. But that's not entirely true. In many cases, it comes down to one incredibly powerful molecule in the body: nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a tiny molecule, but it plays a massive role in your health. In fact, it's one of the most important substances your body produces to keep your cardiovascular system functioning properly. Think of your blood vessels like highways that carry life-giving oxygen and nutrients to every organ, every muscle, and every cell in your body. Your brain depends on this circulation, your heart depends on it, your muscles depend on it, even your skin and immune system depend on it. But these highways must remain open, flexible, and smooth for blood to travel easily. This is where nitric oxide becomes so important. Nitric oxide works by signaling the muscles surrounding your blood vessels to relax. When these muscles relax, the blood vessels widen. This widening is called vasodilation. When your blood vessels dilate, blood can flow more freely and efficiently throughout your entire body. This means more oxygen reaching your brain, which supports better memory, focus, and mental clarity. It means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles, which helps improve strength, endurance, and recovery. It means your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood through narrow or stiff arteries. And perhaps most importantly, it helps regulate healthy blood pressure. Without enough nitric oxide, blood vessels can become tight, stiff, and narrow. When this happens, circulation slows down and the heart must pump harder to push blood through the arteries. Over time, this can contribute to serious health problems such as high blood pressure, poor circulation, fatigue, and even damage to the delicate lining of the arteries. But nitric oxide doesn't just help blood vessels relax. It also plays a critical role in protecting the inner lining of the arteries, known as the endothelium. This inner lining is extremely important because it helps control inflammation, prevents harmful plaque from sticking to the artery walls, and keeps blood flowing smoothly. When nitric oxide levels are healthy, the endothelium stays strong and resilient. It acts like a protective shield inside your arteries. But when nitric oxide levels drop, this protective system weakens. The arteries can begin to stiffen, inflammation may increase, and plaque can slowly begin to accumulate inside the vessel walls. Over time, this buildup can restrict blood flow and increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. Now, here's something many people don't realize. Nitric oxide also improves communication within your cardiovascular system. Your body is constantly adjusting blood flow depending on what you're doing. When you exercise, your muscles need more oxygen. When you're digesting food, your digestive organs need increased circulation. When you're thinking or concentrating, your brain demands more oxygen and nutrients. Nitric oxide helps coordinate this process by signaling the blood vessels exactly when to open and where blood flow is needed the most. In other words, nitric oxide acts like a traffic controller for your circulation. Without it, the system becomes less efficient. This is one reason people with poor nitric oxide production often feel tired, sluggish, or mentally foggy. Their body simply isn't delivering oxygen and nutrients as effectively as it should. There's another powerful benefit of nitric oxide that often surprises people. It supports healthy circulation to every part of the body, including the extremities. If you frequently experience cold hands, cold feet, or numbness in your fingers and toes, it could be a sign that your blood vessels are not not dilating properly. Nitric oxide helps improve this by allowing warm, oxygen-rich blood to reach those smaller blood vessels. This is why good circulation often makes people feel warmer, more energized, and more physically capable. Nitric oxide even supports athletic performance and physical endurance. When blood vessels open wider, muscles receive more oxygen during movement and exercise. This allows them to work longer and recover faster. That's why many athletes focus on increasing nitric oxide production naturally through diet and lifestyle. But the benefits don't stop there. Healthy nitric oxide levels also support brain health. Your brain uses a tremendous amount of oxygen and energy. In fact, even though it makes up only a small percentage of your body weight, it consumes a large portion of your oxygen supply. Nitric oxide helps ensure that oxygen-rich blood reaches brain cells efficiently, which supports mental clarity, focus, and cognitive function. When circulation to the brain is reduced, people may begin to experience symptoms like forgetfulness, slower thinking, or difficulty concentrating. Improving nitric oxide production helps support better blood flow to the brain and keeps those vital cells functioning properly. And here is the key point that everyone needs to understand. Nitric oxide is something your body naturally produces, but as we age, that production begins to decline. Lifestyle habits such as poor diet, lack of exercise, smoking, chronic stress, and inflammation can reduce nitric oxide levels even further. The good news is that your body has an incredible ability to restore this system when given the right support. Certain foods, nutrients, and healthy habits can help stimulate nitric oxide production naturally, improving blood vessel function and circulation. When nitric oxide levels increase, blood vessels relax, circulation improves, oxygen delivery increases, and the heart works more efficiently. This is why supporting nitric oxide production is one of the most powerful things you can do for your cardiovascular health. It's not about a quick fix. It's about giving your body the natural tools it needs to maintain strong, flexible, and healthy arteries. When your circulation improves, your entire body benefits. Your heart becomes stronger, your brain becomes sharper, your muscles become more energized, and your body begins to function the way it was designed to function. All because of one incredibly powerful molecule working quietly inside your blood vessels, nitric oxide. Let me share something that many people don't realize about the aging process. As we grow older, our bodies go through many natural changes. Some of these changes are visible, like wrinkles on the skin or graying hair, but some of the most important changes happen deep inside the body where we cannot see them. One of the most significant changes involves a powerful molecule that plays a major role in your circulation and overall cardiovascular health. That molecule is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is produced naturally inside the lining of your blood vessels. Its job is simple but extremely important. It signals the blood vessels to relax and widen so blood can flow smoothly throughout the body. When nitric oxide levels are healthy, your arteries stay flexible, open, and responsive. Blood flows easily, oxygen is delivered efficiently, and your organs receive the nutrients they need to function at their best. But here's the challenge. As we age, the body gradually produces less nitric oxide. This decline can start earlier than most people expect. In fact, research suggests that nitric oxide production may begin to decrease as early as the 4th decade of life. By the time many people reach their 50s, 60s, and beyond, nitric oxide levels can be significantly lower than they once were. And when nitric oxide production decreases, the entire circulatory system begins to feel the effects. Without enough nitric oxide, blood vessels lose some of their ability to relax and expand. Instead of staying flexible and elastic, they can become tighter, stiffer, and less responsive. When arteries become stiff, blood has a harder time moving through them. The heart must pump with greater force to push blood through these narrowed pathways. Over time, this increased pressure inside the arteries can contribute to elevated blood pressure. High blood pressure is often called the silent condition because many people do not feel symptoms in the early stages. But inside the body, the strain on the heart and blood vessels continues to build. Another consequence of reduced nitric oxide is decreased circulation. Blood flow is essential for delivering oxygen and nutrients to every tissue in the body. When circulation slows down, organs and muscles may not receive the support they need to function optimally. This is why some people begin to notice symptoms such as fatigue, reduced stamina, or slower recovery after physical activity. The brain can also be affected by reduced circulation. The brain depends on a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood to maintain concentration, memory, and mental sharpness. When blood flow becomes less efficient, some individuals may begin to experience brain fog or difficulty focusing. But nitric oxide decline doesn't only affect blood vessel flexibility and circulation. It also influences the health of the inner lining of the arteries, known as the endothelium. The endothelium is a thin but incredibly important layer of cells that lines every blood vessel in the body. It acts as a protective barrier and helps regulate inflammation, blood flow, and the prevention of plaque buildup. Nitric oxide is one of the key substances produced by this endothelial layer. When nitric oxide levels are healthy, the endothelium functions smoothly. It keeps the arteries relaxed, prevents unnecessary clotting, and helps stop harmful substances from sticking to the vessel walls. But when nitric oxide levels decrease, this protective system weakens. The endothelium may become less efficient at controlling inflammation and maintaining smooth blood flow. Over time, this can create an environment where plaque and fatty deposits may begin to accumulate within the artery walls. This gradual buildup can narrow the arteries even further and reduce circulation throughout the body. Another factor that accelerates nitric oxide decline with age is oxidative stress. Oxidative stress occurs when there is an imbalance between harmful molecules known as free radicals and the body's ability to neutralize them with antioxidants. As we age, oxidative stress tends to increase due to lifestyle factors such as poor diet, lack of physical activity, environmental toxins, and chronic stress. These free radicals can actually destroy nitric oxide molecules in the bloodstream before they have a chance to do their job. So not only does the body produce less nitric oxide as we age, but the nitric oxide that is produced may also be broken down more quickly. This double effect can significantly reduce the availability of nitric oxide within the cardiovascular system. Another lifestyle factor that contributes to reduced nitric oxide production is inactivity. Physical movement plays a powerful role in stimulating nitric oxide release. When you exercise or even take a brisk walk, the increased blood flow creates gentle pressure along the inner walls of the arteries. This pressure signals the endothelial cells to produce more nitric oxide, helping the blood vessels expand and accommodate increased circulation. But when people live a sedentary lifestyle, this natural stimulation is reduced. As a result, nitric oxide production can decline even further. Poor dietary habits can also play a role. Many modern diets are high in processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy fats while lacking the natural nutrients that support nitric oxide production. Without these nutrients, the body may struggle to maintain optimal levels of nitric oxide. But here's the encouraging news. Although nitric oxide production naturally declines with age, this process is not entirely beyond our control. The body has remarkable ways of restoring balance when we provide it with the right support. Simple lifestyle choices such as regular physical activity, a diet rich in whole foods, and the inclusion of certain nutrient-dense foods can help stimulate nitric oxide production naturally. These habits can support the health of the endothelium, improve blood vessel flexibility, and enhance circulation throughout the body. The key is understanding that aging itself is not the only factor affecting circulation. Many of the changes associated with aging are actually related to lifestyle habits that influence nitric oxide production. When you support this natural system, you help your arteries stay flexible, your blood flow remains strong, and your cardiovascular system function more efficiently. And when your circulation improves, every organ in your body benefits. Your heart works with less strain. Your brain receives the oxygen it needs for clear thinking. Your muscles gain the energy required for movement and strength. This is why maintaining healthy nitric oxide levels becomes increasingly important as we age. It is one of the body's most powerful tools for protecting circulation, supporting heart health, and helping the body remain strong and resilient throughout life. One of the most powerful things you can do for your circulation and heart health is also one of the simplest. It begins with the foods you place on your plate every single day. Many people believe that improving blood flow or protecting the arteries requires complicated treatments or expensive supplements, but the truth is that some of the most powerful tools for supporting your cardiovascular system are found in natural, everyday foods. These foods contain special compounds that help your body produce more nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for relaxing and widening your blood vessels. When nitric oxide levels increase, blood vessels open up, circulation improves, and oxygen and nutrients travel more efficiently throughout the body. Think of these foods as natural supporters of your circulatory system. They work with your body's biology to stimulate nitric oxide production in a safe and natural way. One of the most well-known nitric oxide boosting foods is the beet. Beets are rich in natural compounds called nitrates. When you eat foods that contain nitrates, your body converts them into nitric oxide through a series of natural processes. Once converted, nitric oxide helps relax the blood vessels and improve circulation. This is one reason why beet juice has become popular among athletes. It can enhance oxygen delivery to muscles and support endurance during physical activity. But you don't have to be an athlete to benefit from beets. For older adults or anyone concerned about circulation, adding beets to your diet can help support healthy blood pressure and blood flow throughout the body. Another powerful food that supports nitric oxide production is garlic. Garlic has been used for centuries in traditional health practices because of its incredible medicinal properties. It contains sulfur-based compounds that help stimulate nitric oxide production and support healthy blood vessel function. These compounds can help the blood vessels relax and may also reduce inflammation within the cardiovascular system. Garlic also supports the health of the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of the arteries responsible for producing nitric oxide. When the endothelium functions well, blood vessels remain flexible and circulation remains smooth. Leafy green vegetables are another group of foods that play a major role in nitric oxide production. Vegetables such as spinach, arugula, kale, and Swiss chard are naturally high in dietary nitrates. Just like the nitrates found in beets, these plant compounds are converted by the body into nitric oxide after they are consumed. These vegetables also provide a wide range of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that help protect the cardiovascular system from oxidative stress. Oxidative stress can damage nitric oxide molecules and reduce their effectiveness, but the antioxidants in leafy greens help neutralize harmful free radicals and protect nitric oxide within the bloodstream. Another incredible food for supporting nitric oxide activity is pomegranate. Pomegranate is packed with powerful antioxidants known as polyphenols. These compounds help protect nitric oxide from being broken down too quickly in the body. In other words, pomegranate helps preserve nitric oxide so it can continue supporting healthy blood vessel function. Studies have suggested that pomegranate may help improve circulation and support the health of the arterial walls. Even a small serving of fresh pomegranate seeds or pure pomegranate juice can provide a concentrated source of these protective compounds. Watermelon is another fascinating food that supports nitric oxide production through a slightly different pathway. Watermelon contains an amino acid known as citrulline. Inside the body, citrulline is converted into another amino acid called arginine. Arginine then plays a direct role in the production of nitric oxide within the blood vessels. This natural chain reaction helps support blood vessel relaxation and improve circulation. Watermelon also provides hydration, which is another key factor in maintaining healthy blood flow. Proper hydration helps maintain blood volume and allows circulation to move smoothly through the arteries and veins. Dark chocolate is another food that has gained attention for its cardiovascular benefits. But we're not talking about sugary candy bars. The benefits come from high-quality dark chocolate that contains a high percentage of cocoa. Cocoa contains natural compounds called flavonols. These flavonols stimulate the production of nitric oxide within the blood vessels and support improved circulation. They also help the blood vessels remain flexible and responsive. Research has shown that cocoa flavonols can support healthy blood pressure and improve blood vessel function when consumed in moderation. Just a small portion of dark chocolate with a high cocoa content can provide these beneficial compounds. Citrus fruits also play an important role in supporting nitric oxide activity. Fruits such as oranges, lemons, and grapefruits are rich in vitamin C and powerful antioxidants. Vitamin C helps stabilize nitric oxide molecules and protect them from being destroyed by oxidative stress. In addition, citrus fruits support the overall health of the endothelial cells that produce nitric oxide in the first place. When these cells are healthy, they can continue producing nitric oxide efficiently, helping to maintain flexible and responsive arteries. What makes these foods so powerful is that they don't work in isolation. When combined as part of a balanced diet rich in whole natural foods, they support multiple pathways that enhance nitric oxide production, protect the arteries, and improve circulation. Some foods increase the the production of nitric oxide directly. Others help preserve nitric oxide once it is produced. And some protect the blood vessels themselves so they can continue producing nitric oxide naturally. This combination creates a supportive environment within the cardiovascular system. Over time, regularly consuming these nutrient-rich foods may help improve blood vessel flexibility, support healthy blood pressure, and enhance the delivery of oxygen throughout the body. It's important to understand that these benefits develop gradually. Your body responds to consistent nourishment over time. When you repeatedly provide the nutrients that support nitric oxide production, your circulatory system begins to function more efficiently. Blood vessels remain more flexible, circulation becomes smoother, and the heart doesn't have to work as hard to push blood through the arteries. The beauty of this approach is that it works with your body's natural physiology. You are not forcing the body to do something unnatural. Instead, you are simply giving it the nutrients and compounds it already knows how to use to maintain balance and health. Food truly can be one of the most powerful forms of daily medicine. When you choose foods that support nitric oxide production, you are supporting the very system that keeps blood flowing, oxygen moving, and every organ functioning the way it was designed to function. One of the most important things to understand about health is that the body responds to what we do consistently. Small daily habits, especially the foods we eat, slowly shape how our body functions over time. When it comes to the health of your arteries and circulation, consistency plays a powerful role. The foods you eat each day can either support your blood vessels or slowly work against them. Many people focus only on quick fixes. They look for something that will instantly clear arteries or immediately improve circulation, but the human body doesn't work that way. True cardiovascular health is built through repeated healthy choices that support the natural systems already operating inside your body. One of those systems is the nitric oxide system that helps your blood vessels relax and expand. When you regularly eat foods that help the body produce and protect nitric oxide, you are strengthening one of the most important protective mechanisms within your circulatory system. Over time, this can have profound effects on the health of your arteries. Your arteries are designed to be flexible. When the heart pumps blood, the arteries gently expand and contract to accommodate the flow. This flexibility helps maintain smooth circulation and balanced blood pressure. But as the years pass, arteries can gradually lose some of that flexibility. Lifestyle habits, inflammation, oxidative stress, and poor nutrition can all contribute to the stiffening of blood vessels. When arteries become stiff, blood flow becomes less efficient. The heart must work harder to push blood through the circulatory system, which can place additional strain on the cardiovascular system. This is where nitric oxide supporting foods become so valuable. By regularly consuming foods that promote nitric oxide production, you help maintain the natural elasticity of your blood vessels. Nitric oxide signals the muscles surrounding the arteries to relax. When those muscles relax, the arteries widen and circulation improves. Better circulation means that oxygen and nutrients can reach the organs, muscles, and tissues more efficiently. This steady flow of oxygen-rich blood is essential for the health of every system in your body. Your heart benefits because it does not have to pump as forcefully against resistance in the arteries. Your brain benefits because improved circulation supports mental clarity, memory, and focus. Your muscles benefit because they receive the oxygen needed for strength, endurance, and recovery. Even your skin benefits because healthy blood flow supports the delivery of nutrients that maintain healthy tissue. Another important benefit of consistently eating nitric oxide supporting foods is their ability to help control inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the key factors that contributes to damage within the arteries. When inflammation is present inside the blood vessels, it can irritate the delicate lining of the arteries. This irritation may encourage the accumulation of plaque along the vessel walls. Over time, plaque buildup can narrow the arteries and restrict blood flow. Many nitric oxide supporting foods are also rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. These nutrients help neutralize harmful molecules known as free radicals that contribute to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is another major contributor to artery damage. Free radicals can attack the cells that line the blood vessels and even destroy nitric oxide molecules before they can do their job. Antioxidant-rich foods help protect the integrity of these cells and preserve nitric oxide oxide activity within the bloodstream. This protective effect allows nitric oxide to continue supporting healthy blood vessel function. Another long-term benefit of eating these foods regularly is their impact on blood pressure. When blood vessels remain relaxed and flexible, blood flows more smoothly through the circulatory system. This reduces the pressure placed on the artery walls. Over time, this can help support healthier blood pressure levels and reduce strain on the heart. Healthy blood pressure is one of the most important factors in maintaining long-term cardiovascular wellness. It protects the heart, reduces stress on the arteries, and supports proper circulation to the brain and vital organs. But there is another benefit that many people overlook. Consistently eating nitric oxide supporting foods helps maintain the health of the endothelium, the thin layer of cells that lines every blood vessel in the body. This endothelial layer plays a critical role in regulating blood flow, preventing unnecessary clot formation, and protecting the arteries from damage. When the endothelium is functioning properly, it produces nitric oxide efficiently and keeps the blood vessels responsive to the body's needs. But when this layer becomes damaged due to poor lifestyle habits, smoking, high sugar intake, or chronic inflammation, nitric oxide production can decline. Over time, this damage may contribute to reduced circulation and increased cardiovascular risk. The nutrients found in nitric oxide supporting foods help nourish and protect this delicate endothelial layer. This allows it to continue producing nitric oxide naturally and maintaining healthy blood vessel function. Another powerful advantage of these foods is that they work together. Different foods support nitric oxide production in different ways. Some foods provide natural nitrates that are converted into nitric oxide. Others supply amino acids that serve as building blocks for nitric oxide production. Still others provide antioxidants that protect nitric oxide molecules from being destroyed. When these foods are eaten regularly as part of a balanced diet, they create a supportive environment for your cardiovascular system. Instead of relying on one single food or nutrient, the body benefits from a combination of supportive compounds working together. Over time, this consistent support helps maintain smoother circulation, stronger blood vessels, and a more resilient cardiovascular system. It's important to remember that the body has an incredible ability to repair and adapt when given the right resources. Your arteries are not static structures, they are dynamic tissues that respond to lifestyle habits, nutrition, and physical activity. When you provide your body with foods that support nitric oxide production, you are encouraging your circulatory system to function more efficiently. You are helping your arteries remain flexible and responsive. You are supporting the natural mechanisms that protect the cardiovascular system from damage. And you are giving your heart and blood vessels the tools they need to continue serving your body for many years to come. True health is rarely the result of a single dramatic change. More often, it comes from the accumulation of small daily choices that support the body's natural balance. When nitric oxide supporting foods become a regular part of your lifestyle, they contribute to a foundation of long-term cardiovascular health. With time and consistency, these simple dietary choices can help maintain healthy circulation, support balanced blood pressure, and protect the arteries that carry life-sustaining blood to every part of your body.